And welcome back, everyone, to Overtime. As we teased earlier, we have a special guest in the house. So honored to have with us. My pleasure. A lovely lady I've been knowing for some years now, and we finally get a chance to sit down here on the couch to talk about her life story and her coaching story and the number of lives that she's impacted along the way. We're talking about none other than Lucy Seaberry, former Eastside girls basketball coach, track coach, who did it for over 3 decades and did it with a love and passion unmatched, winning a number of state titles, over 800 wins in basketball, one of the winningest basketball coaches in the state, Hall of Famer. The list just goes on and on and on. Once again, Coach Seaberry, we're so honored to have you. Thank you for joining us here on Overtime to, again, share your life story. And it's a story, Coach, that, like I said, one day I would love to see maybe on the big screen someday, maybe in a book. But it's a story I know in the short time that we have here, you're going to try to share with us. Again, 33 years of coaching, over 3 decades once again, and all the number of accomplishments that you have. You definitely have to have a love for coaching, a labor of love, love of labor, what you did. Where did this love come from in terms of the way you coached and your passion for coaching?
It's come from my background at home. Mom had 8 siblings, and we were taught to share and love each other, because if one was without the other one had to help the other one. So it began at home. My mom and dad done a great job with us.
And you were born in Cleveland, right?
In Cleveland, yes, sir.
Born and raised.
Yes, sir.
And so as far as coaching, what led you into that profession?
Well, I used to hang out with the boys, my brother and my neighbors, and we just played ball. Mom wouldn't let us go nowhere else but to church and school. So I ended up playing ball at the street ball, they call it, with my brother and my cousins, and that's how I began to learn how to play ball and loved it.
And as far as your love for teaching and also just instilling pride in young ladies, you did it at the highest level. What were some of the lessons when you look back on your coaching career that you wanted your girls to take with them, not just on the court, but you wanted them to take in life?
Well, I believe in pride. I stressed always be a lady, carry yourself in a professional way. And they taught them to take care of self first, you know, and after that you learn to share and mingle together, because playing ball you learn different personalities and you had to learn to work with each other. And I just developed a passion that I wanted to be a coach.
How would you describe your coaching style? Because I remember you on the sidelines, you stern, disciplinarian, but you also, as I mentioned before, showed a lot of love to your young ladies. But in terms of your coaching style, how would you best describe it?
Well, it begins at home. But you got to obey your parent. You know, you might not like what they say, but they run the house, and you're under their roof. And I had parent with me, and this is what began to make my program so strong. Once you have support from your family, then your administration, and my girls knew the system I had. You know, carry yourself as a lady, and basketball come next, and learn to talk as a lady, and it's just developed self-pride. And that once I got that, and they knew my rules and regulations, and I was just hard on them, but it paid off, and that was a blessing to me. I was their mom, I was their dad. Anything they needed, I was there. Discipline at school, the teacher would send me a note, and I would deal in-house.
Wow, wow, wow. We need more coaches like you for sure. Do you feel as though your coaching was a calling?
Yes, I believe God wanted me to. I know I don't have any children of my own, but I adopted 2. And every time you look at Mom, said, "What, Lucy? You know, if you're looking for my daughter, she out there with somebody in the neighborhood." I just mingled well with the neighborhood, and then I knew what our kids needed. They were looking for something, so I tried to keep my girls busy, you know. And they would come to me and discuss problems, and that's what I like about one-on-one. And when they left out that gym with nobody business but the young lady in mind.
And I know too, Coach, you have accomplished so much over your time. I know you retired some years ago, but you had a street named after you, won over 800 games, state titles. But you look back on your career, what is that crowning moment?
Well, I just feel blessed because I've helped so many. You know, it was a hard road to chop. Mom had 8 kids and 4 in college at one time, and when it got around to me, she didn't have any money, so I walked to Delta State and got my degree at night. I leave at night, and Mom being the one of tears falling, and I lay in, when I come to the gym, I always had gone in the gym, and when I would take a nap, and when the teachers get up, go to classes, I was there. We didn't have transportation, and I had to walk to Delta State from the black side of town to the white.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, Coach, we're going to take our first break of this interview portion, and when we come back, we're going to talk about your days at Delta State, because Coach Seaberry, she is a pioneer, the first black to attend Delta State as a student, and she paved the way for so many others that came behind her. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have much more with Coach, the legend, Lucy Seaberry. We'll be right back.
Very good.